You guys know Effect Audio by now. I talked about them a lot. They're my favorite cable brand of all time, and right now I pretty much exclusively use Effect Audio. Like on my own unit of the Chopin, my collaboration IEM, I've used the Cadmus cable, the Cadmus 8-wire, I've used the Orlog, the Fusion 1, the Christmas cable, which is one of my favorites, and right now, currently, I'm using the new Galactic Purple edition of the Code 24, which is by far the most gorgeous looking, extravagant looking one they've made yet. Sadly though, this is a limited edition color. Only 500 are made, so if you're interested, I say go check it out now. And the reason I like Effect Audio cable so much is because of its utility. The connection and the termination are interchangeable. You can get the Termex system and Connex system that incorporates a lot of different terminations and connections, pretty much all that you would ever want. And that entire system works with every single one of their cables, even their most budget cables, the Aries. Effectively, you can use the same cable for any conceivable IEM on the market. No other brand can say that. And in today's video, I'll be ranking every single Effect Audio cable that I've personally experienced, from my least favorite to my most favorite. I'll tell you the pros and cons of each one, so let's jump into it. Starting off with the very first couple of cables, these are my least favorite Effect Audio cable by far. My least favorite one is one I don't have with me right now, really can't find it, but it's the Code 23. That thing is borderline unusable. It is super stiff. Every time I move around even a little bit in my seat, the whole thing moves, like the IEMs and the cable. But luckily, it is the only truly horrible one from the entire collection of Effect Audio, and they did fix the stiffness in the new Code 24, hence why I don't have a problem with the new one here. My next least favorite has to be the Eros S. Now, I don't have anything else against this cable aside from just the color. It looks like one of those pipes I forgot the name of. Yeah, not really a huge fan of the color, but aside from that, the cable itself is very high quality. Doesn't have a lot of memories as well. The other thing I kind of don't really care for is the Y splitter. I think it's just the same one as on the Aries. For me, for the price, I would want something maybe a bit more special. Next one up the ranking list would be the cheapest one, the Aries, $79. And if you're gonna get into Effect Audio, this is the first one that I do recommend you purchase. It goes well with any IEM. Barely has any memories as well. I have them currently on the Alpha Performer 5, and they go together extremely well. Same Y splitter as on the Eros S, but for $79, I think is one of the best Y splitter that you can get. Not only that, it is probably the highest quality cable that you can get for this price. Again, because of the interchangeable terminations and connections. Next one up is the Fusion cable, the most expensive one that I have, but not my favorite by a long shot, simply because I feel like they could have done more to it. Seeing that it is so much money, I feel like the aesthetics could have been a bit better. I mean, I like how it looks, but it doesn't look nearly as special as like the Code 24, the Code 23 type of line, or even my next one that I like more than that, the Orlog cable here. The Orlog is more affordable, but there's so much more in the design of everything. Like the Y splitter, the connectors, the jack, the little, what's it called? I forgot the name of this little thing. But everything here is so customized and it looks extremely unique. Actually, this is one of my more favorite ones out of the entire collection. And it's so much more well done than the Fusion cable, in my personal opinion, especially aesthetics-wise. The next one that I like just as much as the Orlog would be the original Cadmus, which is their second least expensive one. This is Cadmus 4-wire, and I like this so much because it is white, but it's silvery white. Like there's some uniqueness to this silver white color. It just stands out. It looks so gorgeous, especially in person. It's versatile as well, goes well with any IEM you put on it, and it's an even more beautiful version than the 4-wire, and that is the Cadmus 8-wire. Now this just screams luxury. And it's not even that expensive in comparison to like the Fusion or the Orlog. Again, with the Cadmus silvery white kind of color, love that. It comes in two different versions though. We have the original 8-wire and we have the CEO's collaboration 8-wire with the purple here. Now the purple here is definitely a bit flashy, might be too flashy for some, but yeah, there's always the original one. Now if I were to pick a con for the Cadmus cable, I would say I don't really have a con for them. These are, yeah, some of my favorite ever from Effect Audio cable that they ever make, so I honestly don't really have a con for them. And last but not least, of course, the cable that I talked about in the beginning of this video. My favorite one by far, the Fusion 24 in the purple edition. They fixed a lot of the issue with the code 23. Like I said again, the stiffness in code 23 is no longer here in code 24. Also, the color scheme is very, very, very unique, but also not way too flashy as well. It's a super dark purple, very kind of cyberpunky kind of look. I love the Y-splitter and the jack on here. Looks very futuristic. Again, by far my favorite. And just a bonus point, my wife also prefers this one over all the other Effect Audio cable. She says this one is good, and you know, the wife is always right. Now, there's another cable that I didn't talk about in this video, and that is the blue code 24. The default color code 24. Now, this one is alright. In comparison to the purple one, I think there's no competition. The purple one is so much sexier than this blue one. This blue one is just okay. I feel like they really should bring back the code 23's kind of covert military-like color scheme, gunmetal gray, instead of this blue and gold one. It's alright. Alright, that's it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you ever used Effect Audio cable before, leave your comments down below of which one is your current favorites. And with all that being said, I'll see you